Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove. Neighbor Nation, we will see you on Saturday afternoon. Riley Meister gets the point.
Back into left field. Say goodnight to that baseball.
This is another one. It's back to back jacks for KSU Tuscarawas. He's the point, and it's alive. Hanson pushes it over. Unbelievable. We play on. It's blocked. We're tied. We're tied. Unbelievable.
Last but not least, one final game to round out day 2 at the 2026 NABF Collegiate World Series. Should be a fun one here as the Canton A's take on Travelers Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Hello, friends. Nathan Smee on the call for you tonight live from Thurman Munson Stadium. We are starting a few minutes late due to the long run time of our game just before this. An exciting 8-5 win for the Brooklyn Grays as they took down the Canton A's. One difference from that game compared to this one, the A's, they were the visitors in that game. Tonight, in their second game, and the final one, a pool play for them, they will close out as the home team, hosting the Travelers who have Encarnacion, Frame, and Holtzman leading it off in the top of the first inning. This team a lot of pressure after losing 9-1 earlier on today to the Stark County Terriers. A lot on the line for them to produce and to keep their hopes alive as this pitch will skip in for ball one. Both teams can officially be eliminated tonight if there is a win for the Brooklyn Grays on the field to our right. Both then, the Terriers and the Grays would have 2 wins, thus knocking out both parties. So, of course, not an ideal spot for either team to be in, but for Travelers, they need this win desperately to stay alive. The 2-0 right down Broadway. On the mound for the A's, it'll be number 31, Brady Parks, a rising senior at Akron. Plays club baseball for the Zips via Malone out of Talmadge High School. Quick pause before the 2-1. There's strike 2. Officially golden hour as well, pretty much here in downtown Canton. A beautiful setting for our final game of the day after 4 good matchups before this one. Tomorrow night will be even better because we'll have 2 semifinals to round out the night on this field before our championship Sunday at 10 a.m. The 2-2 from Parks. Encarnacion will stay alive. He comes to the squad by way of Rochester Community and Technical College via Lorraine High School. This past season batted .287 in 39 games played as a freshman. So he looks to do even more in his sophomore campaign in the spring. The 2-2 Encarnacion pops it foul. So we will do it again. It does look like they're about to get underway on the field to our right. So for once today, albeit for probably only a few seconds, we are ahead of Munson 2. We'll take it as a win until it no longer becomes relevant. This 2-2 again is driven foul further down the line this time as it'll land on the pavilion. It does look like in that game it'll be the Grays as the home team. We'll keep you posted on those score updates as it is another game in this pod. So high relevance tonight. One more 2-2 this time. Parks misses off the plate low. Full count 3 into an Encarnacion with Jackson Frame in the on-deck circle. One of many Lorraine County Community College Commodores in the starting lineup today for Travelers baseball. Counts its full 3 balls, 2 strikes. Encarnacion again fouls it off. It's a great battle to begin the game. Continues to hustle to stay alive. But for this defense, a lot on the line. We've seen them allow 13 and 8 runs in games 1 and 2 respectively of this tournament. 21 runs allowed. They have to be better than that. The payoff pitch, Encarnacion straightens it out towards right field and gets it to drop fair. It's a leadoff base hit for Derek Encarnacion. What a way to begin the nightcap for the Travelers as that'll usher in Jackson Frame. And seeing him play for Lorraine County Community College, he's an impressive player. You can call him a lot of things, but the easiest one, it's the Aussie. Comes to this team by way of Newcastle, Australia. This past season, a .308 average, 24 RBIs, 3 doubles, 1 triple, 4 home runs, a .449 on-base percentage in 42 games for Coach Solomon. A close pickoff attempt from Parks at first, not in time. I'm sure Parks will keep a close eye on first base as he looks for potentially a free out over there. But he'll get back to work now on Frame. First pitch. It'll be, I believe, a ball, and this throw is well high. Bartolome was doing the catching today. His first attempt not on target as Encarnacion now stands in scoring position. 1-0 count on Frame. But you look at this team, this Traveler squad, a lot of players playing JUCO baseball. But they're here tonight to show that JUCO baseball is good baseball. Frame drills this one deep to left field, and it's going to drop at the wall for extra bases. It'll stay inside the park. Encarnacion scores with ease. It's an RBI double for Jackson Frame. How about that for the Aussie? Travelers up 1-0, just like that. 2 at-bats into the game. They are bringing the power as expected. They scored late in their last game today. In Game 2, they're wasting no time. A perfect swing from Jackson Frame, and that'll bring up one of his former teammates in Luke Holtzman. He'll stick around for another year as he is a rising sophomore at Lorain County Community College. First pitch skips in for ball 1. This past season, Holtzman, a 2 for 84 average, 16 RBIs, 3 doubles, 2 home runs, a 379 on-base percentage, and 36 games played for the Commodores. The 1-0, he'll break his bat. Ground ball over towards short, throw to first in time for out number 1. So not only is he out, he also loses his bats. But I do think Greg Herbovich will have another happy customer when this one's all said and done. So it's a win for him and a win for the tournament, I guess. Not the way they hoped it happened. I believe broken bat number 2 today. And I think the Terriers just got the ball out of the park again. I think it'll be a ground roll double, but I think they just went yard. In pseudo fashion, but it's heavy cheering already on that field. So now it turns to Cunningham as he'll take ball 1. Number 43, the rising sophomore out of Point Park, comes to this team as well by way of Aurora High School. The 1-0 from Parks, fouled off down the left field line. 2 hits to begin the game for Travelers, a single for Encarnacion, and an RBI double for Jackson Frame. So far, so good. They're looking stellar. Can they keep it up? The 1-1 wide for ball 2, and it looks like whatever happened on Munson 1, not enough to bring in a run, so they go to the bottom of the first over there. And just like that, they're ahead of us. We knew it was going to happen. They have officially lapped us. Parks is 2-1. It'll skip away from the catcher. Cunningham sends him home, and easily in there is Jackson Frame. 2-0 Travelers. The woes from early on in the last game bleed over into the next for the Canton A's. Again, they just had that same shell-shocked feeling, it looks like. They need to find a way to work out of this bad situation. Almost the yips. The 3-1 at the bottom of the zone, it's there. Full count 3-2. Don't think it necessarily is the yips, but something has gone wrong for this team. And they need to fix it quickly. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss. That'll help. 2 down. First strikeout of the game for Brady Parks. As for Parks, that was his 20th pitch of the inning. And 2 down to show for it as Inky Arce steps in for the first time. The third baseman wearing number 22 for Travelers baseball. First pitch he sees just off the plate for ball 1. In the home half of the first, you will see Brady White, Anthony Bartolomo, and Diddy Farrell 1-3 coming up. Swing and a miss on the 1-0. Count out even 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, tomorrow morning we begin our coverage once again at 9:30 a.m. as you will see the Jasper Reds take on the Mountaineer Lumber Company. After that, it'll be 2 games that potentially could have no overall meaning on the official playoff picture. It'll be the B2 Bulls taking on the Brooklyn Grays. This one skied into foul territory and caught to end the inning. A nice job charging in on it by Amico, and as that retires the side. But back to the games coming up tomorrow. Grays versus Bulls at 12. Then at 2:30 to round out pool play, it's Travelers and the Brooklyn Grays. Josh. Through the top of the first, the Travelers have a 2-0 lead on the A's. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Two 2-0 Travelers, your score as we enter the bottom of the first inning. Some good run support for Julius Robinson, who gets the nod on the mound today for Travelers. Wearing number 23, he comes to this team by way of OVCC. First pitch off the play for ball one, but recently did commit to Georgetown College. He'll be a rising sophomore out of OVCC and Lorain County Community College a few years back, so he has been around the block a time or two. The 1-0 taken for a strike. But graduated from Sandusky High School in 2021, so he has been in the high school scene, or been out of the high school scene for quite a long time, and in the college scene for a quite lengthy tenure. Of course, did have some gaps in there, some red shirts, so I think he still has 3 years of eligibility. We'll see what ends up happening with that. The 2-1, swing and a miss. One of the best pitchers on this roster. He was the ace last year at OVCC. Shakes off a couple of pitches here, getting ready for the 2-2 offering. And it is driven foul by Brady White. It's White, Bartolome, and Farrell 1 through 3 this inning. But if the Travelers defense can hold up, it'll go back to their offense quickly. They want an early jump in this game. If they can leave the first inning on top, it's a big win for them. The 2-2, whoa! It's off of White's helmet. It looked like a routine pop-up off the head. And now White gives some instructions to Bartolome, a player who is 4 years his senior. Good leadership from Brady White. But Bartolome, a 2025 grad of Malone, steps in. So in the same class as this starting pitcher. And I think he's going to check on the runner at first. White says he's okay. But I think some frustration there. Don't think he was happy to receive that one right on the noggin. Bartolome steps in to try and avenge his teammates, so to speak. First pitch bounces in. A nice pick by Wasili. Keeps that one in front for ball one. The A's 0-2 in this tournament. Travelers 0-1, looking to avoid the same fates. The 1-0 pitch low. But as expected, barring a win for the Brooklyn Grays, it'll be the Terriers topping this group. Runner goes 2-0. Bartolome pops it up, going towards right field. And this one will be caught for out number one. A nice job charging in by Caleb Melendez. Gets there in a hurry to retire Bartolome, ushering in Diddy Farrell, the left fielder. He has played everywhere in this tournament. He has played in the outfield. He's played first base. He's caught a game. Of course, Diddy Farrell is playing everywhere across the yard for the Canton A's. We kind of expected him to be a utility guy, given all the catchers they have. And he has answered that call quite well. Looking at the defense, it is Robinson on the mound, Wasili behind the plate rather. Frame is at first, Encarnacion second, Ramsdell's at short, Inkiarte is at third. Sikora is in left with Holtzman in center and Melendez in right as Farrell wears this one. Second hit by a pitch of the inning, surrendered by Robinson. So 2-on-1 down for Gabe Amicone. The first baseman steps in after getting the nod late in the last game to come in. Starts this one, so he has started 2 of the 3 games so far in this tournament. But a chance for him to make an impact in the bottom of the first. As the A's look to tie this one up. Amicone, he gets jammed up. It's skied foul. And out of play off the roof. Count 0-1. There is a slope to the roof, but I still wonder how many baseballs are stuck up there. I think there has to be at least 1 or 2, if not a lot more. Be curious to get a look at that. The 0-1, a no-doubt strike. Robinson settling in nicely, but still plenty of heavy lifting to do to get out of this inning. 2-strike count on Amicone, the first baseman. Robinson, back to work, delivers, ground ball over towards third. They'll get the out there, return to 1. It is in time for the double play. A 5-3 double play. Inkiarte and Frame combined to end the inning. It's excellent defense from the Travelers. And as we head to the second inning, we will watch this one back on the replay as you are watching NABF Collegiate World Series Baseball on SmeeSports.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
To the second we go in our final game of the day at Thurman Munson Stadium. 2-0 Travelers as you are watching the NABF Collegiate World Series on SmeeSports in partnership with the WRCL. For the Travelers, it'll be Wasili Melendez Ramsdale. 6-3 due up this inning as they look to grow their 2-0 advantage. It looks like as well on field number 2, they are in the second inning. This swing fouls it off and lofts it right above us in the press box. Count 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, our first game tomorrow, a big matchup. The Jasper Reds and the Mountaineer Lumber Company. The winner of that game wins their division. The loser will be a 2 seed taking on, at this point, either Stark County or the Grays/Travelers, whichever team gets through. The 1-2, swing and a miss. 1 up, 1 down. Second strikeout today for Brady Parks. First one came against Cunningham, the DH. And now it turns to Caleb Melendez. Melendez, the rising sophomore, plays his collegiate baseball for Adrian after graduating from Amherst Steel in 2025. A part of that team that made it to the state championship game during that same season, bowing out to Anthony Wayne underneath the midnight sky in Akron as that game started at 10:17, I believe. It was a ridiculous game, a game that should never have started when it did. They let it happen. I think it was a lesson learned for the OHSAA. We'll see if they do it again like that, but I just think you can never have a game start that late again in the OHSAA tournaments. I get they had lights, you had to get games in, but it was never a fair fight. Swing and a miss on the 1-1. Not to make excuses, but if that game was played during the day, could Amherst have won? Easily. They had the talent. I think just the waiting around got to them a little bit more than it got to Anthony Wayne. The 1-2, strike three looking. Just paints the edge perfectly. Back-to-back punch-outs for Brady Parks, up to 3 on the day. 2 up, 2 down. As here comes Trevor Ramsdell, the shortstop. Wearing number 96, the rising junior comes to this team by way of Cleary. After playing 2 seasons at Delta Community College, played in 11 games, had 18 total at-bats for Delta this past season. In the bottom of the second inning, we will see Bush, Barnett, Root, 5 through 7 coming up for the Canton A's. They want to get something out of this tournament. A win here gives them the biggest outside chance possible to advance. Swing and a miss on the 1-1, but again, they would need the runs to be poured on a few teams. They need to pour the runs on here, realistically. They'd also need the Travelers to win their next game, which also then hurts that run differential. It's a lot of math. Odds are they're already out. Parks is 1-2. Breaks low and misses. Count now 2-2. Now if Travelers win, and we see a loss for the Grays, it'll be a winner-take-all game to decide the 2 seed tomorrow afternoon, which will be a fun matchup. The 2-2 fouled back, and a fun game overall. I think, of course, we're kind of here for the drama. That middle game is going to be a match for third place between B2 and the other Brooklyn Grays team. But that 2:30 game can be a really big game for both programs. Trying to make it to the Final Four and play for a spot in the championship game to try and take down Stark County. A tough test. A tough task. But until they bow out, they will be the defending champions, and they will be the team to beat. The 2-2, yes, he did. The side is retired. And there are some hefty words there from Brady Parks as he will leave the diamond. 3 strikeouts in a row. We now head to the home half of the second. Still 2-0 your score. The Travelers on top.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Welcome back to Thurman Munson Stadium, bottom of 2. Bush, Barnett, Root, 5 through 7 due up for the A's as you are watching NABF Collegiate World Series baseball on SmeeSports. First pitch taken high and in for ball 1. A lot of good games today, a lot of good intel on this tournament as this is day number 2, but really, as we've had games all day, the first of 2 full days at this competition. We had 2 games last night, 1 on each field, so do you call it a full day? Potentially, but I don't think so. Robinson's 2-0 there for a strike. In the morning part of the day, we saw the Jasper Reds absolutely dominate 15-0, outscore their opponents. They advance. The Lumber Company booked their ticket in the Final Four as well. Those 2 will play tomorrow morning at 9:30 to see who the winner of that group is. Then, the last game, we went long, but we did see the Brooklyn Grays get a pivotal win over the Canton A's, as that will put them at 1-0, heading to their game right now against Stark County. But that is the organization's first win at the tournament since it has moved to Canton. Robinson's payoff pitch pops up, and this one is going to be foul again and drop right in the main bowl. Nobody is safe here at Thurman Munson Stadium. That baseball will do what it pleases, as always. And still 1-0 Terriers, it appears, on the other field. And we do have a fan throwing the ball right back, so we do appreciate that. Always helpful when the fans can help us out and make sure we don't lose too many baseballs. And I think John as well does really appreciate that, and I'm sure the NABF budget does too. Count remains full 3-2. Robinson still looking for this first out. Here is the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 up, 1 down. Robinson finds his first strikeout of the day. 5 combined between him and Parks. This could quickly become a strikeout game for both gentlemen. Wouldn't be surprised if it does. As now it turns to Brandon Barnett, the second baseman. That good first inning, as things stand, a really good cushion for this team. I think this A's team is going to threaten every single inning. The question is, how do they actually go about their at-bats? Are they going in here? Are they fighting early? In this case, no. Quickly down 0-2. And when they have this kind of adversity, how do they battle out of it? Or is it basically a wasted at-bats? The 0-2, not a bad spot. And I think some of the Traveler fans thought that was strike 3. They'll have to wait. It's called ball 1. I would say just below the zone. Again, not a bad spot. The 1-2 breaks towards the top corner and again misses. Just broke a few seconds too late. Count 2-2. Barnett gets jammed up, flies this one over towards the left side, and it's caught at third. A nice catch by Inkiarte for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down to begin the inning, as that'll bring up Zach Root. He plays at third base in this game. A really good job on the mound in the last game. Kept the Grays offense at bay for quite a while, giving his A's some hope in that game. In the end, they would bow out 8-5 to the Brooklyn Grays Josh team. But a valiant effort nonetheless. Swing and a miss on the 1-0. In the third, Sikora Encarnacion frame, 9-1-2 coming up for the Travelers. A big opportunity for them to extend their lead once again. The 1-1, Root fouls it off. And it'll stay inside the main bowl and finally head right back down to the lower concourse. One ball, 2 strikes, time locally 8:10 p.m. Robinson sets and fires. Again fouled off, and it goes from the top of the roof right back down to sitting on the netting. See that one right there? Just right on the nets. Count remains 1-2. Robinson back at it as that ball will sail to the backstop. Just didn't have the right grip on it as pitch 29 of the day for JR. Sails well above his intended targets. Counts it to 2-2. Robinson again forces the foul ball. Good swing from Roots. Don't know what happened, but all of a sudden you just hear a loud cheer from the Brooklyn Grays. They just go nuts for a good couple of seconds. They're that loud that you can hear them all the way up here in the press box, and they're on the other field. Again, the 2-2. Robinson so close. Just a hair off. And I think the umpire knew how close it was. He shows where it missed immediately. Full count 3-2. After Root, it would go to the DH, Ali Schrader. Payoff pitch, fouled off again. An excellent battle from Zach Roots. Even if it leads to nothing, this is a good sign for the Canton offense. But they are still looking for their first hits of this game. Robinson's payoff. Root will ground this one over towards second. Throw to 1 is true. The inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the A's in the second. To the third we go. Score remains 2-0 Travelers.
Experiencing pain of any kind? call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Welcome back to Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium. Top of the third inning. 2-0 your score. Travelers on top as you are watching NABF Collegiate World Series baseball on SmeeSports. And I think on Munson, too, the bases are loaded for the Grays. We'll keep our tabs on that one. They're currently down 1-0 as there is strike one to Sikora. 9-1-2. Left fielder Sikora, second baseman Encarnacion, first baseman Frame. 1-1 count as Parks continues to navigate this game up to 4 strikeouts on the night. But he will definitely need more where that came from if his team is to be successful in this game. The 1-1 just paints the corner. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sikora again, just like so many, comes to this team by way of Lorain County Community College via Brunswick High School. This past season batted .091 with 1 RBI in 9 games. The 1-2 swing and a miss. 1 up, 1 down. It's 4 consecutive strikeouts going back to last inning from Brady Parks. And it's 5 in his last 6 batters faced as we swing back to the top of the order with Derek Encarnacion. The defenses are settling into this one quite nicely. And now one of the worst sounds in all of baseball, especially when you don't know who it is. It is a car alarm. Definitely some panic, I'm sure. I just can't get over the fact that we can still hear the Grays from here. They are that lively and that energetic. I love it. The 1-0 taken at the bottom of the zone, evening things up. Beautiful night for baseball. Night 2 of the 2026 NABF Collegiate World Series coming to a close here as there is a runner at second doing jumping jacks on field 2. What is going on there? I'm just baffled. I look over trying to see what's happening, and I see jumping jacks. The 1-1 is to the backstop. For Parks, that was pitch 46. I do believe Aiden Baker will be one of the first guys out of the bullpen, along with Carson Rhodes. But we'll see if they do go there anytime soon. Weak rounder right back to Parks. He will take it himself, flicking it over to first for out number 2. It's a routine ground out for the pitcher, as that'll bring up Jackson Frame, who hit an RBI double his first time up, which has given the Travelers a lead they have not looked back from since. Still plenty of game left to go, but in terms of their NABF hopes, it's definitely a good look. But to an extent, their destiny is not in their own hands. First pitch taken for a strike. They'll have to do the waiting game almost to see if they get in. They can't clinch tonight. The 0-1 grounded over towards short. Throw to 1 on the money. Inning over. A nice play from Bush to make it happen. As just like the A's, the Travelers go in order. Middle of 3. Score remains 2-0 in favor of the visitors.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Moving quickly in our final game of the day, bottom of the third inning, Schrader Toth White, 8-9-1, due up for the A's as there is ball one. So far, so good for Julius Robinson on the mound. Hit two batters. Other than that, no base runners allowed. The 1-0 swung on and missed. He has had good stuff. And we knew this. A really good pitcher for OVCC deserved his move up to Georgetown College. And he continues to prove why he got that opportunity. The 1-1, swing and a miss. And for pitch count, he is not crazily high up there either. That was pitch 36. So not bad in the third inning at all. The 1-2 just misses off the plates. Has had a lot of close offerings, but a lot of the close ones have gone in favor of Canton. Waste no time. Back at it. Swing and a miss. One up, one down. Two strikeouts now today for Julius Robinson. First one came to begin the last inning against Ethan Bush. He has settled in nicely. This is his game to control, and he feels this is the Travelers' game as well to control, as it looks like in the outfield, the lights are starting to come on at Thurman Munson Stadium. We'll have an enjoyable matchup under the lights to close out. Depends how long we play to see if those lights actually matter at all, as there is strike one. Again, in a rare occurrence, we are ahead of Munson too. This never happens. The 0-1 breaks at the wrong time. West Toth stepping in for the first time in this game, batting ninth, but had a really good game just before this. It was a big catalyst that helped the A's at least start the comeback that they, in the end, couldn't finish. But he gave them plenty of hope in that game. Without him, I feel like that would have been a tougher loss, a bigger deficit to overcome in the end. So he was key. Robinson's 1-2, swing and a miss. He goes back-to-back on the strikeouts. We go back to the top now with Brady White. He got hit his first time up, but Julius Robinson has seemingly found another level in this third inning. For him, that's great going forward. First pitch to White. Of course, it's a strike. And he is really going quick. The 0-1 skips in. Not necessarily quick pitching, but pretty close to it. And I think he knows the quicker he works, the more he can catch this team off guard. I'm sure he really didn't have time to do his homework on this team when they were playing their last game, but if he did, he kind of realized that when they're caught by surprise, there's only so much they can do. That was the big thing. We called them shell-shocked when the Grays just kept scoring because they had no answer, and they really didn't understand it. The 1-2 up high, as you can hear him grunt from up here. Brought everything behind that pitch, but will have to do it again if he is to retire White and the side along with him. Robinson's 2-2. White will fly this ball into left field, and it will be caught to end the inning. Sikora easily comes in to make the catch. As for the second straight inning, the A's go in order. To the fourth we go. Holtzman, Cunningham, and Chiarte, 3 through 5 coming up for the Travelers.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Welcome back to Munson 1. 2-0 your score. Travelers on top as you are watching the NABF Collegiate World Series here on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Parks 5 strikeouts today. Looks to keep things rolling against Luke Holtzman, Colin Cunningham, and Decker Enkiarte. 3-5 this inning for the Travelers. The 1-0 taken at the bottom of the zone for strike one. Looking at field number 2. 3-0 count on whoever it is. 1 down. Still 1-0 Stark Terriers. The 1-1 Holtzman drills deep to center field, but caught for out number 1. In the end, it becomes a routine play for Brady White. But when it's hit like that, what isn't routine for number 25? If we're talking defensively, one of the best first basemen of the past decade in the Eastern Buckeye Conference, easily. Now I know I'm going to hear it. Well, Jeremiah Thomas was a center fielder. Same time. He won states. You look at what Brady White meant to his team. JT was huge for West Branch. Don't get me wrong, but you had Boston Molyneux, who was there, a key piece of that team. You had Aloysius, a lot of other key pieces for Alliance. It was an injury-riddled season that he kept them in 2025. After they lost their everyday shortstop, which kind of messed up the outfield because KB had to come in and fill in. He was huge in 2025 and was even before that for the Aviators, and I still hear good comments about White from Coach Graffis when we talk to him after games, and he's been graduated for over a year now. But those are the plays that he routinely makes, and I'm sure once he gets his chance at Mount Union, he will do the same. The 1-2 from Parks just off the dish. But nothing but high praise for Brady White. I've interviewed him from time to time. I've talked to him, having conversations before those baseball games. Overall, good kid. The 2-2 fouled away and over the stadium. And not completely over. After Cunningham, it'll go to Enkiarte. 2-2. Perfect placement. 2 down. Parks up to 6 punchies on the night. That one of his best. Placement is everything. It was just beautifully there. Couldn't have missed anywhere else. Put it perfectly. X marks the spot. And now Enkiarte, the third baseman, steps in. He'll take ball one, rather strike one. They're going to call it on the bottom of the strike zone. In the home half of the inning, Bart Taromo, Farrell, Amico, and 2-4 coming up for the A's. The 0-1 line drive into left center field. And again, it's Brady White. Once again, that's just who he is. He always makes the play. I'll tell you what, if you've never seen Brady White play before tonight, you are missing out, and you missed out on so many great plays from his high school days. But he does it again right there. He shows why he's one of the best to ever do it at Alliance High School in center field. Middle of 4 at Thurman Munson Stadium. It's a web gem for Brady White to close out the inning. Score remains 2-0 Travelers.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
On to the bottom of the fourth, making good time in our final game of the day. 2-0 your score, as we have seen nothing offensively since the first inning. Travelers have gone in order 3 straight half innings, and the last 2, the A's. Yeah, we haven't seen a base runner since the first inning. Just put that together. We're going to see one now, aren't we? The 1-1 low for ball 2. Don't know if the Travelers are too happy that I about jinxed them already. Robinson has battled back from worse in this game, though, so give him at least a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. The 2-1 high for ball 3. It just has to happen, doesn't it? It's just going to be ball 4 at some point. Tell you what, though, Anthony Bartiromo, he won't complain. Of course, it's ball 4. I don't think I could have timed that statement any worse. It's our first runner for either team since the first inning. I'm sorry, Travelers. That's terrible on my part. It's not intentional. It's just the announcer's jinx is powerful. More powerful than people think. The A's won't complain. The Travelers will. For Robinson, though, going back to the serious aspect of this game, he really needs to lock in again. 5 of his first 6 pitches this innings have missed. They've all been balls, pretty much. Hit once at the bottom of the zone. The 1-0 low for ball 2. He's been great so far. Up to 54 pitches, but otherwise he has been a rock for this defense. But needs to get back to that here. The 2-0 right off the mound and through into center field. That'll break up the no-hit bid as well. Diddy Farrell reaches for the second time today. He got hit his first time up. 2 on, none down for Amicone. This is where the A's can turn it on and change this game in their favor. And they have the pieces to do it. They have the time to do it. Can they rally? They want at least one win from this tournament. That is their goal. You win one, even if it is in the consolation bracket, you'll take it as a win. You want to win this one to have a good chance to win as well. Your consolation bracket game to go 2-2 overall. I think initially this was supposed to be a 4-game pool play bracket. Best from each side makes it through. However, it was decided, why not just have a semifinal, which allows more teams to make it to the brackets. I agree with the decision. I think this format is a lot better than last year. It's not like, hey, you win the first game, you lose the first game. One team's in a really good spot. The one team is already done and going home, already knowing, hey, I've been here for 20 minutes, but I'm already out. It gives you more to play for past the first game. And we'll see it tomorrow. We have a matchup for first place. It'll be a good one. And if the Travelers win here, we will have a match for second place to close out pool play on this field, which wouldn't have been possible under the old format. Count 2-0 on Amicone. There's strike one. Robinson getting back to his best. His team will have some work to do in the fifth. They really need more run support. Only the 2 runs back in the first inning, not that convincing. And their offense has gone down in order the last 3 times they've stepped in. Amico over towards third, fouls it off. Count now 2-2. If you win this game 2-0, more credit to you. I just don't see that being enough. Get up to 5 runs as things stand. Would that be enough? I kind of think it would. But what do I know? We're up here, and we don't know exactly how this game is going to finish out. Robinson's 2-2, swing and a miss. 4th strikeout today for Julius Robinson. 1 down, a big step in the right direction for the Traveler defense, as now steps Ethan Bush. 0 for 1 today. He struck out his first time up. But for Robinson, that's a big confidence boost. And I'm sure his defense appreciates it too. One of the only times he'll take his time today. And that pitch will be a strike. 0-1 the counts. Bush, the shortstop, wearing number 21, comes to the squad by way of Muskegum and Malvern. The 0-1, perfect again. 2 quick-fire strikes for Robinson. Getting his X factor back pitch by pitch. And now he goes for the knockout punch. 2-strike count on the shortstop. Robinson gets it done. Back-to-back strikeouts. Up to 5 on the day now, 1 behind Brady Parks. 11 combined between the pitchers. Biggest takeaway from this game has been the strikeout. Both sides have done it well, and it looks like the Canton team is going to bring on a new pitcher. They warm somebody up. We'll see who it is if he does come on in the 5th. Robinson, a good break on that one. Didn't get the nod of approval. Count 1-0 to begin on Brandon Barnett, the rising junior out of Muskegon by way of Northwestern High School. The 1-0 fired in, missing low. So a 2-0 count to begin. Time 8:34 p.m. So just under an hour into this game, and we are nearly in the 5th. As things stand, it could change the quickest game of the day. And as things stand, they are still in the bottom of the 3rd on Munson 2. So a chance they finish after us. But we'll see what happens. Still plenty of time for that not to be true. Robinson takes his time before the 2-1. And it is just above Barnett. And it looks like they're heading to the 4th on Munson 2. So still right around us, but about an inning behind. 3-1, swing and a miss, we're full. For the Travelers, Wesley, Melendez, Ramsdell. 6, 7, and 8 coming up. Big spot for Austin. Wasilia, the catcher. He'll need his offense to get going again. Robinson, he looked everywhere, throws nowhere. Lucky not to balk. That'd have been a terrible spot to give up the balk, especially moving the tying run into scoring position. Full count 3-2. Payoff pitch. Grounded over towards 3rd. But this one will be foul. So we will do it again. After our 3 pool play games tomorrow, we will have 5 and 7:30. Those will be the 2 semifinal time slots leading up until Sunday at 10, which will be our championship game. One more payoff pitch. Close, but not close enough. It's ball 4. Just misses inside. Brutal for Robinson, but a big call in favor of the A's. Bases juiced. A chance for Zach Root to change this game. The Travelers, I'm sure, feeling the pressure of this one. If you lose, your fate is pretty much no longer in your hands. Root drives this one into right center field. There it is. The A's will tie this one up at 2, courtesy of Zach Root. What a swing. Back-to-back games. He is the X factor for this team. Just a perfect swing. Doesn't do anything crazy with it. What a way to tie it up. Only the 2nd hit of the game for the A's. This one a lot more important than the first. No real contest over there. I think the moment that ball came off the bat, we kind of knew this game was tied. Or at least it should be. They have 2 on the scoreboard. It's 2-2. So confused. The 1-0 swing and a miss. And it's the home team doing the scoreboard too. So how do they have it 2-2? Okay, there it is. It was delayed. I was about to say something didn't add up there. Robinson's 1-1. Misses just inside. Now the situation becomes if Schrader gets a single, you take the lead. And you'll be 9 outs away from getting the job done after your defense really settled down over the past 3 innings. Robinson's 2-1 in the dirt for ball 3. After him, it goes to West Toth. He had the big swing in the last game. Can he do it again? We've already seen Root replicate what he did in the last game, just offensively opposed to defensively. The 3-1, it is high for ball 4. The bases are loaded. Will the Travelers go and talk to Robinson? That was pitch 76. So they will bring out their coach. Could it be the call to the bullpen? I'm sure that's on the table. But we'll see what they opt to do in regard to Robinson. Wasn't bad until this inning. Had a no-hitter through 3. But this 4th inning, it has changed how this one's going. But that's how this game works. It just quickly creeps up at you. You never know what hit you. Kind of what happened here. You go from some really close calls on payoff pitches to the bases are loaded 2 down. And you are about to go down in a must-win game. It looks like as well they are nearing the end of the top of the 4th on Munson too. So they're catching up to us just like that. All eyes on West Toth. Swing and a miss to begin. Again, Wasili, Melendez, Ramsdell. 6 through 8 coming up for the Travelers in the 5th. And they'll have some work to do regardless of if this game is tied or they trail by 1. We know they have to score at least at some points if they are to get a positive result in this matchup. Counts it at 0-1 on Toth. Robinson gets set and delivers. Swing and a miss again. Quickly 0-2. Good response from Robinson, but the job is not done yet. A really big pitch coming up right here for Robinson. The 0-2, swing and a miss. The side is retired. He gets out of a massive jam. 6 strikeouts on the day. But the A's have tied this one up. When we return, it is Aiden Baker time for the A's. The call to the bullpen has been made. It's the rising senior at KSU Tusk coming up when we return to Thurman Munson.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Aiden Baker all ready to go on the mound for the Canton A's in the top of the 5th inning. The rising senior out of Kent State Tuscarora steps on the mound in a really big spot. This was his old home as he came to the Golden Eagles by way of Malone after graduating from New Philadelphia. First pitch he throws, knocked down at first base. Still a chance for the play, but not in time. An excellent job to knock it down. That was a true reaction play, but still the leadoff man is aboard with a leadoff single. Tried catching it, couldn't come down with it cleanly, but that ball was shot out of a cannon. But for Aiden Baker, I think this next season for KSU Tusk, I could be wrong. I do think he is going to be a relief piece yet again, and his job is simple. It's going to be tough, but simple. Replace Brenton Billman. Be the next Billman. If you're that guy, you have a really good spot on this team for the next season, as this group looks to potentially take the next step and make it to the USCAA Small College World Series. They have the talent. They do lose some key pieces, don't get me wrong. We're going to miss seeing Jeremy Patchett and company, but they bring in some big guys, and in talking to Jason Monard, whose son is on the team, and has also happened to be assistant coach for this team, just said Coach Rozek has gone ham, essentially, with the recruiting this offseason. He has gone out. He's gotten his guys from all over the board, as we know. He doesn't stick to the Ohio borders. He always goes beyond them, and he brings in top talents. Think one of his captains this season, Wyatt Bohannon, coming from Texas. He is indeed Big Texas. A really good catcher and utility piece for him. But Baker, that's how, in my opinion, he figures into the puzzle in 2027. Replacing one of the key seniors that graduated in Brenton Billman, who just so happens to also have transferred in. Both played for New Philly. The only difference, you see Baker come in from Malone. Billman came in from Otterbein. Only difference, really. I mean, stature-wise, they're also relatively similar. Not the same, but I would say semi-similar. Baker's 2-1. Misses just low for ball 3. The key stat for him, outside of course, his big numbers through 26 innings, his K rate was 11.3 per 9. He got strikeouts. That's what he did. And he was good at it, coming out of the pen. Baker's 3-1, low for ball 4. But that'll put 2 on, none down, as Ramsdell, the shortstop, will step in. 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. For Travelers, this is their way back in. They got a big boost with that infield single. Now the walk. They just need a big swing here. No pressure, 96. No pressure at all. Played his high school ball for Sandusky Perkins. Comes in listed at 5'8", 155. Could we see bunt here? The infield expects it. I kind of expect it. He doesn't offer. First pitch wide for ball 1. We'll see if he changes his mind as this at-bat goes on, but I wouldn't be surprised if he does lay down a bunt. And it looks like we might see some extra action in the bullpen coming up right here for the Canton A's. That is TJ Curry making his sprint to the bullpen. Baker takes his time before the 1-0. That time he'll miss it off the plate for ball 2. Big spot for the Travelers, still trying to keep their NABF World Series hopes alive. Closer look in on Baker. Long pause, still waiting. And now the 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Hucked it right down the middle, no contact made. And he is right back in this at-bats. After Ramsdell, it goes to the shortstop, the left fielder, Sikora. We'll see what he can do. Baker takes his time before the 2-1. Good swing, but well foul. Off towards the parking lot. Count now even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Time locally, 8:47. So nearing the 9 o'clock hour here and nearing a full 12 hours of baseball at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium. Not often we actually get that far in. But nearly a full 12 hours of work here today. It's been a busy day. Tomorrow will be just as busy. The 2-2 drive deep to left center field. And this one will be caught for out number one. An excellent job in left, tracking it down. We'll see who it is actually out there, as I don't know if that was Farrell. We'll see here on the replay. There have been some changes made that are not in the game changer. I do think that might be Lehner. We'll see. That does appear to be Joey Lehner. Yep, that's number 2. Big catch for him out there, helping out Aiden Baker. Still 2 on 1 down now, as James Sikora will step in. But that's what Joey Lehner does. Big impact plays just like that. And that'll keep the Travelers at bay. Bunt shown and now pulled back. It was a great fly, yes, but where was the bunt on the last at-bat? You had none down. If he bunts out, you have 2 runners in scoring position, 1 down. 2 chances to drive in at least 1. I don't get why we weren't seeing this on the last at-bat. I feel like it's just maybe an at-bat too that they could still create something from it, but I felt like they are late to the party, and I still feel that way. Bunt again shown, this one foul. And the kicker of this all is they're not even guaranteed to get it down. Count 1-1 as looking over at third, that is Feather. Now in the game in place of Roots. And across the board, it looks to be pretty much everybody in a new spot. Cosmo's in the game at second. I believe Keller's at first. At short, TBD. And left, we already saw Lehner from there. Who knows? One ball, one strike. The count on Sikora. Baker sets and fires. Bunt shown. It's blocked. Runner from second takes off for third. And he will slide on in. Go-ahead run now at third for the Travelers. Count 2-1. And with runners at the corners, now it becomes tricky. Do you still go with the bunts? As, again, on field 2, they have caught up there in the 5th inning. It was just bound to happen, wasn't it? We kind of knew they were going to find a way to catch up to us and probably end before us, too. We'll see what ends up happening over there, but as of right now, it looks good in their favor. Baker takes his time to 2-1, well wide for ball 3. Sends his catcher stumbling off to his right. So 2 runners in scoring position with Encarnacion in the on-deck circle. I think if the bases load, you call time, you settle Baker down. And if you can't take care of business, then you make that change. Most likely bringing in TJ Curry, who is out getting warm in the bullpen. And I think coming back now. 3 balls, 1 strike the counts. In a game that has only seen 5 combined hits. Bunt shown. And it will hit him. He offered, so that's going to be the appeal here. And I think we're full. Yes. I was about to say, he offered, pretty much walked into it and got hit. Of course he's going to get hit if he scores up there. So we'll do it again. Potentially the biggest turning point in this game and in this tournament. So much at stake in this one game to close out day 2 at the 2026 NABF Collegiate World Series. Baker's payoff pitch. He get go. It's strike 3. Throw down in time. So Baker gets the punch out there. It was definitely close if he did or not. It's still a drop third. You have to make that play. The runners stay put. 2 down. We go back to the top with Derek Encarnacion. Baker nearly out of this inning. Not out of it yet, but very nearly out. There's one good pitch away. if his defense can pick him up. And that pitch is going to hit Encarnacion. Bases loaded, 2 down for Jackson Frame. Already an RBI double today for the Aussie. Can he do it again? And with it, can he blow this game wide open? As I've said, 5 combined hits in this game. 3 for Travelers, 2 for the Canton A's. It hasn't been a hit parade by any stretch of the imagination today, but it has still been a really good game of baseball. And that's all we can ask for our nightcap tonight on day 2 at Thurman Munson Stadium. First pitch, Frame fouls it back. Count sits at 0-1. In the bottom of the inning for the Canton A's, it'll be Brady White, Anthony Bartolomo, and Diddy Farrell. 1 through 3, or whoever their counterparts happen to be, who will replace them, I would say, in the lineup and in the field. We'll see all the changes that Coach Koenig made in a few moments. A lot of big calls to make and a big spot trying to find his first win of this tournament. The 0-1 off the plates. We'll see. Definitely a chance that this is a 1-inning appearance for Baker. If he gets out of it, I think you leave it be. He has the confidence. He had a really good run of things. And then you toss it back to your pen. You also do have Carson Rhodes still available out of the bullpen if needed. The 1-1, a no-doubt strike. Baker 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. And the A's desperately need it here. Beautiful night for baseball. But is it a perfect night for a strikeout here? That's the question. Baker's 1-2. Frame flies this ball into left field, and it is going to be caught. Lehner tracks it down to end the inning. 2 big catches from number 2 in left this inning, and that'll keep the Travelers off the board once again. Middle of 5 at Thurman Munson Stadium. It stays 2-0 and a must-see pivotal matchup to close out day 2.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Bottom 5 at Thurman Munson Stadium. Score remains 2-2 as you are watching NABF Collegiate World Series Baseball on SmeeSports in partnership with the WRCL. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you tonight. Good matchup here. Really good battle between two teams looking for a pivotal win to close out day 2 of this tournament. For the Travelers, you win, you're 1-1. And as things stand, you will have a do-or-die game against the Brooklyn Grays at 2:30 tomorrow. If the A's win, they walk out of here before the consolation bracket with one win in hand. And at the same time, most likely end any hope for the Travelers to make it to the next round. But they'll still have an outside chance. The 2-0 taken for a strike. And actually, hold on. They'd be 1-1. No. Pretty much anything other than a win for the Grays. It's a win or go home game tomorrow between these teams. Okay. The Travelers, unfortunately, though, not comfortable with a result on the other field. It's still 1-0 Terriers, so not a confident result. 2-2 goes to the top corner. Can't connect. We're full. But at least if you win, you feel a lot more confident. You have that momentum going into that game, at least, where you're not trying to come from behind and make it happen. Robinson's payoff pitch misses inside for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk for Brady White, who remains in the game in center field for the A's. And now we'll see. Is it still Bart Tyrone? I don't think it is going to be. A jersey turn would be quite great right now. There we go. It'll be number 11. That is Wyatt Feather. So he comes in to swing it for the first time today. First pitch well inside. No thought of swinging there. Count sits at 1 ball, no strikes. Feather, a redshirt sophomore out of Clarion by way of Jackson High School this past season. A 208 average, 8 RBIs, 2 homers, and 1 stolen base in 20 games played. Started only 3 of those games, but again, uses that experience tonight, comes in off the bench for this Canton A's team to try and help them figure this one out. Counts us at 1 apiece. Robinson fires inside, and it is to the backstop. White now stands at second. He easily gets there. The go-ahead run now in scoring position for the home team. Big spot for Brady White running the bases if he can take care of his part of it. Just continue running the bases strong. Don't look back. Make something happen, and this game can easily be yours. But as things stand, it looks like this team will not be fighting for a championship as they did last season. The 2-1 wide for ball 3. If they win, we'll have to do the quick math, but I think the Travelers would have to give up around 10 runs to the Grays and still win for the A's to get in. The math is really crazy. 3-1 inside for ball 4. Feather will take his base, now bringing up Joey Lander in place of Diddy Farrell. Robinson is pretty high up in the pitch count now as things stand. 90 pitches. I feel like you have to be thinking about making the call to the bullpen, and I think that's exactly what they're going to do here. Time called. Coach is going to make his way out. I'd be kind of surprised if this does not do it for Julius Robinson. You kind of have to make the change. Maybe not what you hope to do a few innings back, but it's a 2-2 game, 2 on, none down. Robinson's done his part in this game, and he will hand off the baseball to his skipper potentially. Now a conversation. And now he officially does hand off the baseball. The call to the bullpen has been made by the Travelers. We will find out who it is when we return to Thurman Munson Stadium.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Time now for the call to the bullpen. It is Jackson Frame moving over from first base to pitch. And his wake will be Holtzman over at first base and in center field. Well, whoever that is. Don't know offhand who it is, but you see him on your screen. That is your new center fielder. Right now he is TBD. We'll see who he is soon as there is ball one. Maybe we check the official game changer for the Travelers. That could help us out here, if they do have an official game changer up, which they might. In addition, if so, they'll definitely know. The 1-0 wide for ball two. It is Sikora now in center. Cunningham enters in left, eliminating the DH. The 2-0 fouled away and into the main stand once again. Beautiful night altogether for baseball. But it is starting to come to a close. But for Jackson Frame, a great opportunity to see what he can do on the mound. Don't see it all too often from him. But really no margin for error as that pitch will miss low for ball three. He has a ball away from loading the bases. And then from there we'll see who enters. Laner, he will hold and take strike two. Count now full 3-2. It is supposed to be Amicone in the on-deck circle, but I don't think it is. It'll be Lane Keller in his place. Payoff pitch, flown foul. So we will do it again, and ooh! Score update from Munson 2. The Grays have tied it. It's 1-1 in the fifth. And I think Chase Dennison has just exited the game. Payoff pitch, ground ball over towards short. It's going to be knocked down. Throw to one, skips in late. It's an infield base knock for Joey Lander. He hustles it out. And the bases will be loaded for Lane Keller. A great chance for the A's to blow this game open. Still none down this inning as well. So it's Keller, the rising sophomore at Malone out of Jackson High School. This is his moment to shine. Infield in for the Travelers. And a swing and miss to begin. Tried pulling back, but nowhere near close enough to make it happen. One strike that counts. And in a few moments, we'll check on to see who is now pitching for the Terriers on field two. And just how exactly that run came in. Impressive for that Brooklyn Grays team. That is their A team, and they are playing like their A team. We, of course, saw that in the game just before this. The 0-2. Keller flies this ball into center field. It is caught for out number one but it's an easy sack fly as the A's take their first lead of the game. The comeback is complete. It becomes insurance time as White scores with ease from third. You just knew this team was not going to go down without a fight. One of the best teams in last year's tournament. No surprise to see them take back the lead right here. As now Ethan Bush, the shortstop, will step in. A pair of strikeouts for him. Now, on that field, if the Grays get the win, if they beat the Travelers, they would be the 1 seed out of their brackets. Interesting storylines brewing. Don't know if it's going to happen, but there is still a pretty decent chance it is going to be Ohio versus out of state for the championship. But just so many strong teams, it is so tough to tell. Frames 1-0, goes wide for ball 2. But as things stand, if it is the Final Four of the Jasper Reds, Mountaineer Lumber Company, Stark County Terriers, and Brooklyn Grays, it is going to be one heck of a close to this tournament. Runner goes, pitch. Did he get a piece of it? I think they said he just swung and missed. So that'll put 2 runners in scoring position. 2-1 counts. Bush 0 for 2 today. One of the few guys that do stay in, as in the on-deck circle, it is another change in Logan Cosma. He'll come in place of Brandon Barnett. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Frame back at it. Ground ball over towards third. The play at the plate. It is bobbled. He is safe at home. And there's the insurance run for the A's. Make it 4-2. Just couldn't get it cleanly at home. And this is where you can feel things go sideways for the visitors. Still 1 down this inning. But they have 6 outs to play with on their end. So if this result holds, the A's can finish in third potentially. And look at a more favorable matchup to close out this tournament. If they are in the 3 spot based on this bracket pool, they will probably play the 4 seed Brooklyn Grays unless they get a big upset over B2 at noon tomorrow, which I don't see happening. And they pick off the runner at first. An excellent move from Frame. He gets it done for out number 2. It just seems a little too late. The damage has been done, it feels like. But always time for more. First pitch, Cosma sees. He'll take off the plates. So just as soon as Bush got on, he gets immediately taken off. Cosma pops this one up over towards second. Easily caught to end the inning. The Travelers give up 2 crucial runs. One on a sac fly, the other on a wayward throw home. To the 6th we go, 4-2. It is the A's on top of the Travelers on Munson 1.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Score update from Munson 2. The Grays are winning 2-1. Who saw that coming today? I don't know if anybody did. But what a start for them over there. We'll see what we can find out as this one is coming to a close. Top of the 6th inning, a 2-run advantage for the A's. They want to close it out as there's the swing and miss from Holzman. It goes Holzman, Cunningham, Incarte, 3 through 5 for the Travelers. Down to their final 6 outs. Needing a spark from somewhere after taking an early lead in this game. Haven't scored since the first. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Quickly 0-2. Right around 9:15 tonight in Canton. Beautiful night to close out day 2 of this World Series. That breeze just as nice as it was last night when it actually does come in. Baker's 0-2, swing and a miss. Second strikeout today for Aiden Baker. The magic number now 5 for the Canton A's. And it looks like over on Munson 2, they are heading to the 6th inning, 2-1 Grays. Unfortunately, no way for us to really get a camera over there to follow the action at the end and give quote-unquote bonus coverage. If we would, we could. There's a crazy way to do it, but not the resources tonight. First pitch taken for a strike, 0-1 count as Colin Cunningham steps in the DH. 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts. Looking to do something against Aiden Baker, as you can really feel the momentum has slowed this game down quite a bit. Baker's 0-1 just misses. Again, tomorrow join us bright and early at 9:30 a.m. as we see the Jasper Reds take on the Mountaineer Lumber Company. Baker's 1-1, flown foul. And I think they went off one of the poles that are kind of in front of us. Count sits at 1-2. Again, you can just feel things slowing down on this campus. Pretty quiet for a night game. Baker takes his time for the 1-2, and this time he'll miss even farther wide. Cunningham, the DH, comes to this squad by way of Point Park. Moved into left field earlier on in this game. Baker's 2-2, well inside, full count 3-2. He'll stay alive, looking to give Incarte a chance as the tying run to step in the 6th. With a runner on to make it happen. Baker takes his time. Payoff pitch, ripped into right field. A beautiful swing on the payoff pitch from Cunningham. He will take his base. It's a 1-out base knock, and the tying run will step in, represented by Decker Incarte. For Baker, up to 31 pitches. We'll see how far into this game he goes. And definitely a case to say that he finishes out this inning and a closer comes on for the 7th. That's still far from a guarantee even. It depends on if the Travelers can get a jump on him, as there is ball 1 inside. Incarte so far today, a pop out and a fly out. But there is action in the bullpen, and it appears to be ramping up for the Canton A's. Not surprised to see it. Now the 1-0. Nicely blocked, and the runner will stay put. Featherhead to do everything possible to get a piece of it. As I always say, as a catcher, you just keep that ball in front of you. As long as it's in front and in a manageable position, you're doing an okay job at least. That was a great job, though. You keep that runner honest at first, and you get back to the drawing board. A 2-0 count, so less of an arsenal to call from. But a manageable spot for Baker and company. This pitch is fouled off down the right field line, and it's out of play. Count out 2 balls, 1 strike. After tomorrow, we will be back in action, I believe, on August 15th for some OHSAA soccer, a doubleheader. Those games being announced shortly. I think on Sunday we'll say where we are going. Makes sense to wait until our last broadcast of the summer to say that. Focus on finishing out, which we have 6 games left to go after this one. 5 tomorrow, 1 Sunday. And then we'll turn our attention to the high school season coming up. After a long summer of around 70 games covered. Definitely a good summer. A lot of games covered. A lot of good matchups. But it all comes down to this final weekend. On Wednesday, we said our farewells to our high school travel ball coverage. As we finish off with what will be the remaining 6 games of the 12-game college slate to end 2026. 3 balls, 1 strike on Acarte. Baker back at it. He'll miss. It's ball 4. The tying run now stands at first base for the Travelers. As now it turns to Austin Wasili, the catcher. Single and a strikeout for him so far today. As the lefty steps in for his 3rd cuts. He is the go-ahead run. That is also an important point to keep in mind, as he could be asked to do something really special for this team. And I would say he is being asked to do it. If he can barrel up a baseball, he does have the power to shoot this ball quite far. Comes to the squad by way of Hilbert College via Huron. Had 11 hits in each of his first 2 collegiate seasons, up to 22 in total entering his junior campaign. The 1-0 taken for a strike. Has not hit a home run collegiately, but overall a .234 average and 17 RBIs in 2 seasons. And as mentioned moments ago, 22 career hits. Swing and a miss on the 1-1 count, now 1-2. Trying to look down to the pen to see who this is. Can't really get a good look right now, but we'll see soon enough. After Wasili, it goes to Melendez, the right fielder. Baker takes his time before the 1-2. And this ball is shot into center field and caught for out number 2. And it's a good relay to get this ball back in. The runners will stay put. An excellent hose from Brady White. Yet another great play for him in center. Didn't have to do too much. Just got the ball in quickly, and sometimes being quick in baseball and getting the job done, they go hand in hand. And I think the Grays hang on to the lead into the bottom of the 6th on field 2. That would be a massive upset. The Terriers, they didn't come to the championship last year, though, as the 1 seed. That would be the silver lining for them. But they'll have their work cut out for them tomorrow, as we kind of expected anyway. First pitch off the plate for ball 1 to Caleb Melendez. As things stand, no changes as of now for the Travelers. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them kind of stick with this crew to finish out the game. They started this crew for a reason. These are the guys they want out on the diamond. The 1-0 is in the dirt for ball 2. 7 combined hits Still more in favor of the Travelers. They have 4 in comparison to the A's 3. As Feather will have a word with his pitcher, Baker. But just looking at this bracket, especially given what we're seeing out of that Brooklyn team, albeit there are only 2 pods, this is the group of death. I mean, this is a tough group for anybody to get out of. Then you look to the other, it's 2 teams dominating, 2 teams struggling. This one is kind of all over the place. Good team struggling, but still, the talent shows up. This A's team averaging nearly 5 runs a game, but still winless as things stand in this tournament. 4 outs away from changing that fact and giving themselves their first win of this World Series. And then they'll be back in action at Munson 2 to close out their time at this tournament. And they'll have some work to do over there to try and get something out of the consolation pod. The special thing for all these teams, these are their probably final games of the season. WRCL guys, they're done. Canton A's, they're done. Just depends what Jasper and Brooklyn go home to do, but otherwise, these guys are playing their final games as a team. Even if your final game is in a elimination bracket game, you're still going to go out there and give it your all. One final time, try to get one final win. These guys are ultra competitive. That'll never change about athletes. Always the competitive type. They always try and outplay the other team. It's just the nature of the beast. Strike one called there at the bottom of the zone. I do think if Baker does walk this batter, it would be somebody else facing Ramsdell out of the bullpen. We'll see, though. That could be a vote of confidence point for Koenig. Could also be a business decision as hello. He just loses complete control of the bat. Didn't break or anything, just flung it down the line. Full count 3-2. Don't know, his first page coach said something that he didn't like or whatnot. But definitely wasn't the move. We're going to try this one again, as I think he just sprayed something on his bat to make sure it actually stays in his hand this time. At least he didn't throw the bat up here. That's the positive. He didn't get it over the netting and into the bleachers. That could have ended quite poorly for all parties involved. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Baker sets. And delivers the payoff pitch. It'll be low for ball 4. The bases load with 2 down. As again, Munson 2 is ahead of us. We had an inning lead on them earlier on. But we are going to be the later finisher as time is called here. This might be about it. And I think it looks like Farrell is going to go and call to the bullpen and bring in whoever it is. So Baker's night is going to be over. And with the bases loaded 2 down, the change will be made. He did what he could, in line for the win technically. But we'll see what his predecessor, or his successor does. Good outing for Baker. Still work to do for the A's. Bases loaded 2 down. Top of the 6th.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Welcome back to Thurman Munson Stadium, top of the sixth inning. 4-2 your score, bases loaded for the Travelers. One big hit away from tying this game up at 4. It'll be TJ Curry on the mound, the 2025 grad out of Malone via Perry High School to try and see this one out in the 6th. His first pitch nearly runs in and hits Ramsdell. And then it just misses the elbow for ball 1. But overall, a interesting game to close out the night. An early start for the Travelers got them going. But their offense, it has been quiet since the first inning. As for the A's, it has woken up as of late. They have scored 2 in each of the last 2 innings. We'll see if they keep that going for a third consecutive frame in the bottom of the 6th. The 1-1 wide, a nice stop behind the plate from Feather. But 2 close games on these fields to close out the night. Don't know if we expected a close game when it was all said and done, but a close game is what we get. A lot of pressure on TJ Curry and this defense. The 2-1. Inside, and they're going to call it a strike. The Travelers can't believe it. 2-2 counts. I did not think that ball was necessarily close to being a strike. I think the ABS system would have hosed the umpire quite bad on that one. And it's a big pitch, swinging this one in favor of Canton. The 2-2. Well, wide, we're full. And if that pitch was called correctly before, 1-run game. If this run doesn't score, that's brutal. That is brutal for the Travelers in a must-win game. Runners will be in motion. Ramsdell looking to drive in at least one. Curry looking to end the inning. The payoff pitch. It is strike 3 looking. The side is retired. TJ Curry settles it down. His biggest pitch of the season by far. And that'll take us to the home half of the 6th. Score remains 4-2 A's.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com. or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Bottom six at Thurman Munson Stadium. 4-2 your score. 2 runs have scored across the past 2 innings, each for the Canton A's. A narrow lead in this game. Could have given up at least the 1 run at the top of the 6th. A controversial call, a really big strike call that looked to be a ball. In the end, we ran full, so that would have brought in the run already. But, alas, we'll play the game that we were given. This bunt stays fair. Throw to first, not in time. A perfect bunt by the Canton A's to begin the bottom of the 6th. They couldn't have drawn it up any better. Their 4th hit of the game. Just great hustle, out of the box, laid it down perfectly. Nothing more you could have asked him to do right there. And that was Brady Feather with that bunt. And this ball is sent into left center field and down for a base hit. And now they're going to keep moving along. Runners advance. Each an extra 90 feet. 2 runners in scoring position. Just like that. As that'll usher in West Toth at the bottom of the order. That was quick. Back-to-back base hits from 3 to 5. The A's now have more hits in this game in comparison to the Travelers. As well, they're in the top of the 7th inning at Munson. Okay, we'll see how that one closes out. But a crazy game over there with the Brooklyn team on top as there is strike 1. And there was a chance they could have scored another. They left a runner at third last inning. Impressive. Not what I expected. The 0-1, swing and a miss. For the Travelers, they have to keep the A's at bay. You allow a run here, your odds of advancing in this tournament are pretty much slim to none. The 0-2, is it caught? Yes! An excellent snag on the tip for out number 1. As well for the Travelers, if that result holds on Munson 1, you would already have the Final 4 pretty much solidified. You know who the 1 and 2 seed is from this pod. They'd be out. Again, this one partially in their control, but not really completely. Now, if they can come back and win this game and they somehow beat this Grays team, you'll have your doomsday scenario. 3 teams fighting for 2 spots. A lot of unlikely pieces in there. The 0-1, White flies this ball into center field, and it will be caught for out number 2. A runner from third will come home, and he will score. It's a sac fly for Brady White. Make it 5-2 A's. Good swing there from Brady White. It was what the doctor ordered. And with 2 away, that'll bring in number 11, Wyatt Feather. But it does appear over on Munson 2 there is a runner in scoring position for the Terriers. So pump the brakes on that game. It'll be a good finish over there, no doubts. First pitch runs well inside for ball 1. In the 7th, Travelers have Sikora, Encarnacion, and Frame looking to save their chances at advancing. The 1-0, that time it connects. 5-2 A's. Resilient group. For them, if this result holds, they'll be happy to at least have gotten the 1. But they felt like they could have done more in this tournament. They're a team who made it to the final 3 last time as the 3 seed. Just snuck on in, of course, assisted a little bit by T3's departure from the tournament. But they made their way in. They qualified fair and square for it. But this year they will have to settle for the consolation bracket. Here's the 1-2. Beautiful drive into right center field. It's extra bases. What a swing from Wyatt Feather. That'll make it 6-2. It's an RBI double. And again, he will hit the scuba. This game all but over now. 2 big swings this inning. And the one, not really even a swing that we're going to talk about. That bunt to begin this rally. The sac fly matters too. So many key, impactful plays this time around. And as well for Stark County, their tying run now stands at 3rd on field 2. So, right now for the Travelers, based on how this one is set up, they need Stark County to win. Otherwise, their tournament dream is over. The 1-0, Lehner fouls it off. Got now 1 ball, 1 strike. And there are no outs over on field 2. Still a chance they finish after us, but I'm not convinced. We're now up to 11 combined hits, 7 for the A's, 4 for the Travelers. I think if in a few moments we hear just some crazy noises, we'll know who won. The 1-1 Lehner takes this one into right field. It's a base hit. That'll bring around Feather. He will score from second. Lehner, he is going to second, and he is going to be in there. It's an RBI single, making it 7-2 from Joey Lehner. Since coming in, he is 2 for 2 now with an RBI. A 3 spot. Since the 4th, 2-2-3. For the Travelers, said scoring 2 back in the 1st. Nothing. The runs have come in bunches, and the Terriers, they have driven in a run. They've tied it. For the Travelers, that is good news. It's 2-2 on field 2. Terriers win, they have a chance. If they lose, they are out tonight. The 1-0 popped up out of play. But the Terriers either way will know that they are in. The 1-1 jam swing into center field. It'll drop again. It's another base hit. That'll bring in Lehner, making it 8-2. A nice pop swing from Lane Keller. 3 consecutive hits for the Canton A's. It's a 4 spot in the bottom of the 6th inning. This game is theirs. Barring a out-of-this-world rally, they're going to walk out of here with a crucial and well-deserved win to close out pool play. Not the terms they want to go out on, but still a valiant effort. They have battled in every game. But this task just a little too much. Barring, of course, a crazy happening in the last game of this pool tomorrow. For the A's to advance, they don't have the tiebreaker over the Grays. But, I mean, even the runs, I don't even think it's possible. You would have to have probably 30 combined runs for the A's to make it. Assuming this result holds, if they do the math, 8, 9, 17, they would have to win, but it matters then what the Grays would give up run differential-wise. Ooh. The 1-2, nearly a strike. Not going to get the nod in the end. Got on 2 balls, 2 strikes. I'll do the math between the breaks that we have coming up, and I'll officially give the number that we need. The 1-2 driven into right field. Why not one more base hits? Where were these hits earlier on in the game? It's just a parade at this point. Up to 10. And it's 4 in a row. Now a chance for Logan Cosma to step in. Again, in the top of the inning, Sikora Encarnacion Frame will try and get something out of this game for the Travelers. First pitch just off the plate for ball 1. And again, the Travelers not happy with that decision. One ball, no strikes. Frame back at it, missing high. The 2-2 fly ball into right field. It's caught. No, it's dropped. We're going to continue. Here comes 1. It's 9-2. Wow, it's an E9. The inning continues. A massive mistake in right. That's what he'll want back. That's what this team wants back. And now it turns to Brady Feather. Just putting on the runs at this point. $15 combined hits. And most of them have come this inning for the Canton A's. 6 hits this inning. They've over doubled their hits tally again. Where was this earlier on in the game? But they figured it out at the end as there is ball 1 inside. But just a really weird way to close this one out. The 1-0 Feather that time will take a strike. Counts as a 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the 1-1. Feather a late swing and miss down to his final strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And I think I'll have a good idea of what would have to happen for the A's to advance in the doomsday scenario. I'll have that after the break. The 1-2, Feather takes it. We're even 2 balls, 2 strikes. 9:46, nearing the 10 o'clock hour once again, as we are over 2 hours into this final game of the night at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium. The 2-2, Feather gets jammed over towards second. Throw to 1 just in time to end the bleeding. It's a 5 spot for the Canton A's. They solidify this one. They feel confident and comfortable entering the 7th. 9-2 your score. All A's in our nightcap.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Well, we do have ourselves something to look at here. I did the math. In order for the A's to advance with the runs allowed tiebreaker, in the next game, the Travelers would have to score 6, or allow 6. The Grays would have to allow 16. That assumes they lose 3-2. So essentially, they're rooting for a 17-16 Travelers win to advance, which, not to be the Debbie Downer, but I think there's a better chance they get struck by lightning than that happening. But still a chance. Just, it looks like we'll have our two teams decided, assuming, or at least we'll have our final two to decide the second place. However, if there's a walk-off win on that other field, the Grays bypass all of this and advance as either the 1 or the 2 seed. Should be the 2 seed, though. Or 1 seed, rather. They'll have the tiebreaker over the Terriers. 1-1, swing and a miss. Count now sits at 1-2. It'll be a pinch hit here. Dylan Coughlin gets the nod in place of Sikora. Comes to this team by way of Lorain County Community College. The 1-2, he'll round this one over towards third. There's the stumble, throw to 1 in time. It's 1 up, 1 down. The magic number now 2 to get out of this game with the win. And make sure you stick with us after our final commercial break as we will announce our player of the game presented by CrossFit Strongsville. And with it, we will officially be at the halfway point of this NABF World Series inside of Thurman Munson Stadium. 6 games left to go inside of this beautiful stadium after tonight is done. And it might be a long night over on field 2 if nobody can score. They'll just keep going, I believe, until we have a winner. First pitch high and in for ball 1. I'm sure lots of fun for all involved at field 2. One ball, no strikes on Encarnacion. And there's strike 1. For TJ Corey, a really good performance out of the bullpen. The third pitcher today in this game after Parks and Baker. But has come on, has settled it down, and is 2 outs away from this big win for the Ace. The 1-1 Encarnacion grounds it through into left field. So it's a 1-out base knock for the Travelers, keeping this one rolling at least a little bit more as it turns to Jackson Frame. Frame is 1 for 3 today, an RBI double back in the first inning. 9:51 the time. It has been a long day. Over 12 hours of baseball have been played on this field. We started game number 1 today at 9:30. That seems like ages ago at this point. But we'll be back here tomorrow. Same thing happening again. 9:30, 12, 2:35, 7:30 first pitches. Hopefully tomorrow is a little quicker. The 1-1 connects. Count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. After Frame, it turns to Holtzman. The 0-2, swing and a miss. The magic number, now 1. Curry up to 2 strikeouts on the day. Luke Holtzman, he will step in. Ground out, fly out, strikeout today for him. And as well, when we're done, we'll go to commercial break. Then we'll come back and announce player of the game. And if we have a final, we will report it from Thurman Munson Field 2. We'll see if that happens or not. Swing and a miss to begin. 0-1 the counts. Here we go to Cunningham up next. But for the Travelers to have any chance to advance, they need the Terriers to win. On field 2. The 0-1 misses low. Count now even. Out hit 11-5 as things stand. Up 2-0 to begin. Since then, 9 unanswered across the last 3 frames. The second half of the game really got away from the Travelers. That's all. Swing and miss. Back pick down to first. Not in time. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 strike away from finishing this one off. Can TJ Curry end it here? The A's want this win. They've earned it. And they will not get it quite yet. It just misses high. I feel like that one's been called plenty of times tonight. Okay, then. We'll do it one more time. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Curry again, trying to close it out. That time he will. We are done. 9-2. The A's get the win. A good game for them. A rocky start. But they will walk out of here with the dub. Their first of the NABF Collegiate World Series. When we return, we will announce our player of the game presented by CrossFit Strongsville as you are watching NABF Collegiate World Series baseball on SmeeSports.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Welcome back to Thurman Munson Stadium, 9-2 final. The A's get their first win of this year's NABF Collegiate World Series. A lot of good hitting late in this game. A lot of guys stepping up in big ways. But defensively, one of the biggest outs of the day. A massive strikeout was recorded by TJ Curry with the bases loaded 2 down. The Travelers a few bases away from somehow and some way tying the game back up. For his efforts, getting that strikeout, he is your player of the game, presented by CrossFit Strongsville. As well, on field number 2, they are going to extra innings. 2-2 it finishes. They head to the 8th. As for us, we have a few games on tap tomorrow at 9:30, noon, 2:30, 5, and finally at 7:30 to close out the night. To preview those games, up first, it is a pool play championship as the Mountaineer Lumber Company takes on the Jasper Reds. That'll be followed by the Brooklyn Grays Gibson team. That is the younger team that is 0-2, taking out the B2 Bulls in the match for third place in that pod. Then at 2:30, we round out pool play. Depending on what happens at Munson 2, that'll decide what kind of game it is. If the Grays win, they're through already. If they lose, that'll be a winner-take-all game here at 2:30. After that, at 5, it'll be Red Pool Play 1 taking on Blue Pool Play 2. Then, at 7:30, Blue 1, Red 2 to round out the day tomorrow. Should be a lot of fun. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and TikTok, SmeeSports LLC on Facebook and LinkedIn, and SmeeFest 2024 on Twitter. As well, go down below and subscribe, but there is no added cost. It greatly helps out all that we do here at SmeeSports as we cover the best of the Cleveland and Stark County areas. 5 games tomorrow, 1 on Sunday. We are officially entering the business end of what has been a very fun summer of baseball in Northeast Ohio. This is Nathan Smee signing off from Thurman Munson Stadium in Canton, as this has been the 2026 NABF Collegiate World Series on SmeeSports. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning as the Mountaineer Lumber Company take on the Jasper Reds.